What's going on, guys? TKD123, and man, does that sound good to say, ladies and gentlemen. I am back here. I'm back at home. I made it back from my trip. I'm back in the desk studio, and I'm here to make a video for y'all because it's been a minute, man. Like it's been a few days, even probably a week at this point. But you know, this is gonna be kind of like a more relaxed video, right? I don't really have any topics at hand. I have a few things I want to talk about, but you know, nothing really that's really, you know, concrete and like, oh, the video is about this. Like, it's more of just giving me a little update conversation, you know, getting back in the swing of things, back in the channel. And you know, as you all know, I was on vacation the past few days. It was a great trip. It was a beautiful thing, you know what I'm saying? Got to see family, all that good stuff. So great stuff there. And you know, you know, if you've been on the channel lately, also you know that I did some E3 coverage while I was there, and that was a bit of a challenge, to be honest with you guys. Like, that was a bit of a you know, really difficult thing to do, especially balancing you know, how I'm getting the information, and I had to get, you know, Slim to help me out with stuff like that, and then I had to, you know, find a place to make videos, like all this crazy stuff. And granted, it was only for 2 conferences. It was, you know, only for 2 of them, right? It was for I think Ubisoft and PlayStation, right? You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't the bulk of E3, but you know, it was a pretty, you know, it was a pretty good portion, especially the portion that I cared the most about, which is PlayStation. And we're gonna get into, I guess, kind of, no, you know what? Like, so just go into right now. Why not, right? So we want to talk about really, you know, my thoughts post E3 2017. How was E3 2017? You know, as a whole, right? And you know, when we look at the top 3, when we look at Nintendo, Sony, and Microsoft, right? Let's jump to Nintendo first, because I haven't made a video about them. I probably won't make a video about their you know, spiel and what they announced at E3. But you know, with Nintendo, it was, a lot of people were hyped about it, right? And I get the hype, right? I get game announcements and stuff like that, obviously. But like, people were walking away saying that, you know, the announcement for Metroid Prime 4 was like the second coming of Jesus, when we literally only got a picture. Like, okay, yeah, I get the announcement is cool, but you know, to say that, you know, Nintendo took E3 2017 based off of a freaking picture, I don't think that's justified, fam. Like we got full-on demos of Spider-Man and PlayStation's thing. We got, you know, scenes of Anthem on Xbox thing. Like, you know, we got some pretty substantial gameplay, you know, from games that, you know, we've been waiting for on those conferences, and then we trans over to Nintendo, and yeah, we got a pretty in-depth, you know, stuff, and you know, I guess gameplay footage of the new Yoshi game I saw. I don't think Kirby got a gameplay release. I think it did, maybe. I think they showed gameplay. I saw the conference. I swear to God, I saw the conference. I just forgot they showed gameplay of Kirby. I know they showed gameplay of Super Mario Odyssey. That was really cool to see. That was pretty hype as well. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, they you know, got some stuff, honestly. But you know, I don't think that they took E3 2017. Like, and granted, you know, even to do, you know, even to take into account that their whole E3 conference was like, what, 27 minutes, something like that. Like it was a short conference at that as well, right? So, you know, I wouldn't even put Nintendo in the running to, you know, win E3 at all, honestly. Like, they had a, you know, they had a pretty good showing if you're a Switch owner or stuff like that, and they, you know, definitely seem to be building momentum here with the community and stuff like that. You know, they are making moves here, you know, because you know, the move for Metroid Prime 4 was a big thing, right? A lot of people wanted that, a lot of people were hyped about it, and you know, now that we're getting it, that's a very cool thing to see there. So, you know, Nintendo, you know, they did their thing. It was good. It was, you know, it is what it is. Like, it was good. I'm not gonna hate on them, right? So, you know, it was good, man. All right. Now, moving on to Sony, right? See, so every year, right? Well, not every year. No, okay, well, yeah, every year, right? I look forward to Sony's you know, E3 press conference the most, just because I'm a PlayStation guy. That's my bread and butter. I love the brand. I love PlayStation, you know, as a whole. I love the exclusives and stuff like that, and it was a really you know, it's just a thing that I look forward to, right, in terms of E3. Okay, so going into this, right, everyone would have expected them to blow out of the water, right? You know what I'm saying? Because if we look at them pretty much from 2013 and onwards, they have had the best conferences, and they've had absolutely like ballpark, like killer conferences, you know, and that's just what they're expected to do. That's what they, you know, that's what we've all kind of come to accept, is that, you know, when Sony comes up to the stage at E3, they're not playing. They're gonna come swinging with the games. They're gonna show us the good stuff and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And you know, this year it was good, right? It was a good conference, but it was just that. It wasn't anything insane like we've had previously, right? And that's the big thing here. And I think I touched on this on the video before, but you know what I'm saying, like we expect, you know, like perfect games from Sony, and not even like games like video games. Like I'm talking like a perfect game of baseball or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like we expect from them, you know, just the utmost perfect conference, because that's what we've gotten for the past few years now, right? And then we go to this one, and like it's not bad, but you know, there wasn't really anything that was super big other than Spider-Man, of course, right? But you know, when you even think about that, like all the games that they showed, like there was very little new stuff that we saw. You know what I'm saying? Like there was very little new stuff. Like we saw the remaster of oh my god, I'm forgetting the name of the game right now. Had to Google it real quick. Sorry about that, guys. Had to Google it. Shadow of the Colossus, right? Like that was, you know, and you know, even at that, that's not really a quote unquote new game. Yeah, it was a new game that we saw, like a new game we showed, but it wasn't a true new game because it's a remake of an old game and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So not even at that, we got the new title from Monster Hunter. So, you know, that's a brand new game that they show and stuff like that. But, you know, pretty much, like, other than that, you know, other than here or there and some, of course, games for VR, like, we didn't get a ton of new stuff that was shown here, right? And then this whole thing came out that I guess before the conference, if you were watching the official PlayStation stream, I guess they announced some games beforehand, and, like, they showed off, I think Gran Turismo was there. I know for a fact Knack 2 was kind of unveiled at the pre-show, but like, my thing is, like, why wouldn't you put that on the main stage? Like, yeah, okay, I understand that, you know, Knack 2 isn't gonna light the world on fire, but, you know, it's still exclusive. Like, you know, like, it's still a pretty, you know, prominent exclusive for the brand, so I don't understand why they would put that kind of just does it under the rug and kind of leave it there. I'm sure they have a reason, and I'm sure they've said, but I just don't understand the thought process of it. Like, I think a Knack 2 on stage would have been, you know, pretty cool to see, I guess. You know, I wouldn't personally, you know, really buy the game, whatever, but, you know, it's exclusive, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like that would have been a pretty cool thing to have there, right? So overall, like, I just feel like, you know, Sony, they did good, but it wasn't, you know, the best they've done over the years. Like this is definitely the worst conference they've had in a while now, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, just to preface, like, when I mean worse, it doesn't mean that the conference was necessarily bad. It was just not as good as the, you know, home run hitting stellar press conferences in the past, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, honestly, that leaves us with Microsoft, right? And, like, you know, of course we can talk about the stat that, you know, yeah, okay, they got on stage, they showed, I think, over 40 games or something like that, and, like, oh, I think over half of them, don't like, take my words for, you know, absolute truth here, I'm just talking off the whim, but, you know, I think, like, over half of them were confirmed to be multi-plats anyway, and they weren't even gonna be exclusive to Xbox consoles, and, like, really, you don't even have any Xbox One exclusives anymore, because all the games are kind of gonna be with the PC as well, so it's not really a true exclusive in a way, so that's why I feel like in that way they're kind of stabbing themselves in the back, because at that point, why would you know, buy an Xbox One X, for example, when you can buy a really dope custom PC and play the same games? Now, of course, there's the whole, you know, thing about it being just a plug and play thing, where, like, you know, just a gaming console is so easy to use and it's always gonna work and stuff like that. Yeah, you know, there is that, but, you know, I don't get that point of it, honestly. Like, I don't really understand why they're doing that in a way, but I think I'm gonna have to give it to Microsoft, fam. Like, I think Microsoft had the best conference overall, honestly. Now, they didn't have a lot of games that I'm gonna buy because I don't have Xbox, obviously, and they, you know, honestly, they didn't sell me on buying the Xbox One X, you know, and I wasn't even thinking about getting one anyway, so, you know, there was that. But overall, I feel like, you know, they pretty much did what I, you know, hoped they would do, right? And that was to go out there, show the games, right? And they freaking showed games, yo. Like they showed games, you know what I'm saying? Like, whether it was indies, whether it was multiplats, whether it was exclusives, whether it was AAA titles, whether it was, you know, just whatever game it was, you know, at the end of the day, they showed games, period, man. So, I mean, like, that's, you just gotta give credit where it's due, man. So, honestly, I feel like Microsoft took this E3 2017, honestly, like, that's just how I feel about it, you know what I'm saying? And I know, I thought that we would never say that again. Well, not again, but, you know, for a long time, just because of, you know, Xbox's kind of downward slope over the few years and stuff like that. But hey, man, you know, big Phil Spence went up there and did his thing. So you really cannot hate on that, fam. You know what I'm saying? So like they got out there, they did their thing, they showed the games. That's all really I think anyone else wanted, and they wanted us to give a reason. I mean, we wanted a reason to buy an Xbox One X. Now, of course, they didn't sell me just because I wasn't in the market for that. Oh, also, hold on. Okay, yeah, hold on. All right, so Microsoft won, right? Of course. Okay, like there's no question about it. That's still going to be my final answer here. But there was one thing that really confused me in the conference, right? So I was watching the conference, right, live, okay, and I forgot to mention this in my initial kind of review of the actual conference, so I'll just say it here right now, right? As far as the entire conference, really, the kind of most explosive, the most passionate, the most insane cheers came from their announcements on backwards compatibility on original Xbox titles. Now, if you are on stage, right, and you announce a brand new console, okay, so just start the show, you show the console, the date, the price, all that good stuff, right? Then you go, then you go throughout the entire show showing new title after new title, and yeah, it was for the new game, like they show brand new games, right? And your crowd gets the hypest over playing like 15, 16, 17-year-old games on an original, like, if like they acted like that was the best thing that was shown. And it's like, if you're hyped over old games, fam, like, I don't know what to tell you. Like, I don't think that's how it should be done. I don't think that that's how it's supposed to go down. Like, I don't understand how you can get on stage and show all these new games but be hyped about playing an old game, bro. And like, not even an old game from like last year. I'm like, we're talking the OG Xbox, like from 2001, 2002, that type of era, like, like not even talking about 360. So that kind of was like, that was weird, honestly. Like, I don't understand that hype, but it is what it is, man. Whatever you got to do, whatever tickles your fancy. But I don't know how, like, that just seems so weird to me. But overall, man, wow, I guess we just spent the majority talking about E3 2017. Wow, okay, I didn't expect that, but alright, whatever. Just I guess some quick things to do around the house and to talk about the channel as a whole. I will be back to doing my regular scheduled content. You'll be getting a album review coming this Sunday. It'll be the album SZA, I think's her name, SCA, something like that, and the album is called Control. I just as like a little I'll give you guys a little hint here. I love the album, and I will go into my full in-depth review on Sunday, of course. And I really want to take streaming seriously, right? I really want to stream a lot, guys. I want to do it. I want to stream single player games, which y'all want to interact with the crowd, right? So we're gonna be trying to get that in the schedule, guys. I've been just pondering it, trying to get overlays done and stuff like that. So we're gonna get that running, boys. We're gonna get that running, and throughout the week, starting pretty much next week, we'll be back in the full swing of things with the music news on Tuesday and stuff like that, and then all the gaming stuff, and a little bit of music here and there and stuff like that. So that will be all coming here in the channel shortly. I just couldn't because I was on trip and stuff like that. So things got a little bit dicey there, but we are back in the full swing of things, and I am happy to be back here on the channel. And plus, we are almost at 200 subs, so hype up for that. Hashtag road to 200, boys. We gonna get there. Will we get there soon? Lord knows, but we will get there, guys. And on that note, if you enjoyed, make sure you like, subscribe, and share down below. I appreciate all the famous give me. Thanks for watching, and as always, I got you.